everybody, and welcome to Naturally Kim's Knitting. I'm Kim, and this is my podcast all about knitting and spinning and dyeing of yarn, all of which I do right here from my home outside of Lima, Ohio. I live here with my beautiful, handsome husband, Randy, his lovely father, Ronald, his cat, Tommy, our cat, Purdy, and my dog, Ginger. Anyways, I want to welcome everybody to this podcast today. Whether you're new or whether you've been here many times before, I want to thank you for coming. It means a lot to me, and I love you all for it. Today is April 21st, 2020, and this episode is number 207. You can find me online as NapiersKnits and our Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast group, both on Ravelry. Or you can find me on Instagram as knittin_Kim and on YouTube, Blogger, and WordPress as Naturally Kim's Knitting. Okay, we didn't have anybody new join this week. If you do, please don't be afraid to join the Ravelry thread. We're a fun group who just likes to do knit along or craft alongs and visit once in a while and see each other's wonderfully creative work. And speaking of knit-alongs, we do have two going on right now. One of them is one that I turn over every month. It's for your finished objects. When you finish an object, you just go to the finished object. For example, this month is April. Finished object for April thread. You take a picture of your item. You put it in that thread. And if you have a pattern name, that's appreciated. And then at the end of the month, I do random number generator because each one of the entries is numbered. And if I have 1 through 10 entries, there's one prize. 10 through 20, another prize, and so on. But you get to choose between a $10 gift card to KnitPicks or Amazon or any giftable pattern up to $10 in value. And you can post it on Ravelry, but if you would prefer, you could post it on my WordPress or my blogger, Naturally Kim's Knitting, for both of those show notes for that week. Okay, then we did something a little different this time. We're doing crafting using any free pattern on Ravelry. It's a 2-month knit along, so we have all of April and all of May to turn in take a picture of your items, put in the name. And the nice thing is you can poly dip. You can put it in one and then you put it in the others. And you have a double chance of winning that way. There are a lot of free patterns on Ravelry. If you just do a search for free patterns, if you want something specific to look for, like mittens, just along the sidebar, you would find, I think it's under accessories, and then it'll say hands, and you could put mittens. Or if you want to do a hat, same thing. So just have fun. There are so many nice free patterns on Ravelry, more than what I could ever do in a lifetime. Anyway, so it's going to be the same process. 1 through 10 entries, I'll have one prize. 1 through 20, there'll be 2, and so on. And those are the same prices as the other one. You can either have a giftable pattern from Ravelry up to $10 in value, or you can have a $10 gift card from KnitPicks or Amazon. Okay, and you can enter those either on Ravelry or the Naturally Kim's Knitting podcast. Naturally Kim's Knitting show notes on WordPress or Blogger. I also included some links on my show notes for some free patterns, but there are so many more besides those. And then in addition to that, I've got a dear friend, Myla, and I have pattern tested for her many times over the years, and I love her patterns. Well, since she knew I was doing a Myla's Knit Corner knit along, she offered one free pattern for anybody who has previously ordered from her. And the code is SendingHugs. And there's no expiration as long as you've previously ordered from her. So I would check that out. I've had knit along with her before, so if you took part of that, you've purchased. go to Myla's and put in Sending Hugs, because you know I always send hugs. Okay, and she's a dear friend. In fact, I bought I got the Leave Me Not shawl. I hate to say I bought it when it was a free gift. Oh, that shawl is lovely. I can't wait to start it. I will be right back, just a moment. Sorry about that. My husband just texted me, Panera is having a free bagel a day for their members, and, I can't not take advantage of that. Sorry. So I had to put my order in for a bagel so he can pick it up. I love how they have curbside delivery. Anyways, I got interrupted in the middle. I hope I finished that thought. So let's go on to what is on my needles. I didn't finish the sleeves last week, but I was also wrong last week when I told you that I had finished all the increases. I hadn't finished the increases. I just did that yesterday. So this is the front of the sweater that I'm making. This is Shakespeare in Love. And I'll flip it around. I have not taken off my progress marker for when okay, that was probably not a great idea. And that's the back. So that's those. I'm sorry, I'm doing this from a different angle this time. So my computer screen's over here now, so I want to make sure things are showing up. Here are the sleeves for Shakespeare in Love by Carol Sunday. And I'm doing this out of Knit Picks Wool of the Andes in the colorway red. Make sure I show these the right way. Ta-da! So yeah, now I'm doing the decreases, and aren't those pretty? I'm looking forward to it. I don't know why, last week, I knew I had a lot more to go. Why I said, who knows, I'll be done this week. I'm not going to make promises for next week, but I could possibly be done. And I say possibly because I'll tell you why in just a minute. Now, my cousin's socks, for my dear cousin Linda, the one who taught me how to knit, I was able to get through the heel. In fact, I had to rip the heel out yesterday because I was silly. You know, I take my knitting to bed sometimes with me in case I can't go to sleep. And I started on the heel when I was in bed. Big mistake. I should never do heels or something where there's a pattern when I'm in bed because I mess it up. So I had to rip the heel back. But I love how this, right down here, it was this marled pink. And then right at the back, right where I start my ribbing, it turned gray. And then just as I finished the heel, it went to red. And I decided to do a knit to purl to cuff on hers because she does sit in a wheelchair sometimes, and I don't want these to fall off her feet. So I got to the heel on that one. Now I'm hoping today I can get through the heel on this one. And this is Felici. It's discontinued, but it's called Dockside. Very lovely. Then I have had some acrylic yarn. I've not got to work on this as much as I wanted to this week. And once again, I'll explain why in a minute. But this is my next. It almost looked like I lost a stitch there, but I don't know what happened. It's my next Chemo Cap. And isn't that a lovely shade of blue? Hope that's showing up. Anyways. So I'm working on that when I can. I'm not too worried. I'm ahead of my count for those. And then two other things that are on my needles, but I cannot show you them. I don't know how you say her first name. Taiga Hilliard Designs. She had 2 test patterns for summer tops. And summer tops, you don't have to worry about sleeves. And so they don't take quite as long. So I thought, wonderful. And I thought, I know exactly the yarn I'm going to use. Wrong. I I signed up for both of them, and I thought I was going to have to order fingering weight yarn because I didn't think I had enough of any one color. Well, I have this beautiful yarn that was gifted to me by Kat Carey, who I did a pattern test knit for, was it over a year ago? And I've not used the yarn because I wanted to save it for something special. And it's, let me see if I can find it because I won't do it justice by explaining. So, for test knitting for her, it wasn't a pattern test, it was a pattern already published that she just needed to see what it would look like. Oh no, that tag fell off. Well, she gave me, oh, where's the, oh, there we go. Wild Indian Fiber, which is her yarn. And at first I thought, I don't know, am I going to like these? Because it's not a striped sweater, but this blue has some purple in it. And so I'm thinking I can do some kind of a modification to the top whereby I can use both these yarns. Aren't they lovely? The blue was called Lapis Amethyst Sky, number 11. And it's 100% superwash Cormo sock yarn, but you know, I'm going to use it for a top. And then this one, this purple, this gorgeous purple, is Amethyst. Boy, purple is showing up so much like blue on my screen, and I don't like that. It always seems to come up blue, and it's not. It's very purple. It's Amethyst, hand-dyed, 100% superwash Cormo sock yarn. So I'm thinking, perfect. Then the other yarn, which was supposed to be a sports weight yarn, which I thought I had some back there. No. What I thought was sports weight yarn was actually worsted, and I don't think the worsted would be as comfortable to wear outside. So I didn't go to Knit Picks. Don't tell them. I comparison shopped. If they would have still had their shine on sale, I probably would have got it, but it wasn't on sale any longer. So I did some comparison shopping, and I could have gone with their acrylic, but then I went to Michael's and Joann's and Hobby Lobby online, and I found some at Michael's. And I thought, I can't remember what it's called. I haven't received it yet, so I ordered it because I figured I could start on the first top, and when it's done, I can get going on the second one. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to have to do it, but I had to do it. So, anyways, so I have to check if I can show you the sweaters as I'm going along or not. I will check with her and find out. But right now, I'm excited. I'm going to come out with 2 tops out of this, and I get her designs are always so beautiful. I mean, I have favorite ones. Roro and Katie's is one. Myla, of course. The expat, Cece, and Taiga Hilliard. I just gorgeous. Did I finish anything? Oh, let's see. There's something that I have not mentioned yet. My brother told me he thought he could tell that I'm getting restless because my podcasts were getting longer, so I'm going to try to keep it down again this week. And thank you, Fiona, for your name. My daughter came through. She actually watched my podcast last week, and she goes, well, you've got a name. You mentioned it. Because I said how these socks, these gorgeous purple socks, my socks, I'm going to be wearing these when I'm done. I said they kind of reminded me of the lane that my dog walks down every day. And that's kind of the path that she takes. It squiggles back and forth. And my daughter goes, Ginger's Lane. I went, Ginger's Lane. Perfect. So, my socks. Now, I haven't got them typed in yet. I'm going to do that tomorrow. They will be free on Friday. Well, all my socks are free. So, if you're interested in these, just go to NapiersKnits on Ravelry And you can get Ginger's Lanes for free. They're free right now to the end of May. Then the end of May, all my socks will go back up to $2.50. So, because I decided to be super generous, because things are starting to let up a little bit here and there. Whether they should or not, I don't know. In our county, our hospitalization numbers are really spiking. So, sorry, I got allergies. That's the allergist salute, in case you didn't know it. I don't know why, but for some reason, when you have allergies, you want to do that, and I know I shouldn't touch my face. I'm sorry. So, anyways, I'm going to get these typed up either later today or tomorrow, and they'll be in my shop on Friday. I'm thinking about putting my sock patterns in Etsy too. I will let you know for sure. I haven't decided for sure yet. I might even put them in my. I have a Naturally Kim's Knitting Facebook page. I don't use it, but I may start using it for things like this. So anyways, Ginger's Lane is what these are. Yay! And that yarn was gifted to me by Fiona. Thank you, Fiona. You are a sweetheart. She sent me a box of yarn and told me to take out what I wanted. So I did. Now, okay, well, I'm going to do the Knit Picks thing first because I'm an affiliate with Knit Picks. Now, if you happen to go to my show notes, either on Blogger or WordPress, Naturally Kim's Knitting, Bloggers right now, I have to figure out how to do it on WordPress. You can go to the sidebar, and there will be little links to Knit Picks. Just click on one of those, and it'll take you right to the store, and that's how I could get a couple. I've been doing it wrong, and that's how I could get a couple pennies on purchases. I'm going to try to figure out how to do it on WordPress too. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So, anyways, they have 40% off of all their books. That's, well, and their clearance sales. That's all. That's all they have on sale. Now, of course, they always have all their beautiful yarns and everything for sale. So, I wanted to share something with you because I told my daughter I was going to starting last week, and I didn't do it. I think I've mentioned before that my daughter homeschools Genevieve and Tobias. She does such a good job. She's doing something called World Schooling. World Schooling consists of basically taking the kids places to learn things. They have dance classes. Genevieve, once this gets lifted, will have a French class. Then Genevieve kind of guided this a little bit. Genevieve wanted to learn about ancient civilizations. Doesn't surprise me at all. This little girl is smart as anything. And so Molly's decided to go to ancient Greece. Well, on her blog called Moore's Adventures in World Schooling, Moore, M-O-H-R, that's the kid's last name, in it, for her latest one, she included like a week's worth of lessons that she has done with the kids, both kids, in ancient Greece. It is amazing. She has got such talent. I know she gets online and she does a lot of research and things, but she retains so much, just like Genevieve and Tobias. She retains so much that it doesn't surprise me that she's able to pull some of this out of the hat. She does math, science, history, spelling, reading. Genevieve has to write a sentence a week. It rewrites it every day so that she's getting that down as far as penmanship and everything. It's just amazing. Of course, right now, Tobias is more into the dinosaurs and everything, which is perfectly great for him. And Genevieve gets into it, too. I don't remember if I mentioned last week, though. I don't remember when I talked to her. But my grandson's going to have some root canal work done. 3 years old. His teeth it's the way they were when they first started popping out. They're not in great shape. And he's going to have to be, put under general anesthetic, which for a 3-year-old can be scary. So I'm asking for prayers. I'll let you know more about when it is and everything later on. But they're not asking for prayers, but I'm asking for prayers. So anyways, I just thought I'd better put that in there. And if you didn't catch it, his name's Tobias. Anyways, oh, I've had so much fun talking with them. I should tell you, there's a couple free things that are out there. I don't know if you guys are into this like I am, but Andrew Lloyd Webber, on his Facebook and on his YouTube page, he's releasing one of his musicals a week. Now, I don't know when this started, but this week's was Phantom of the Opera. It was the anniversary. I thought they said 25th, but the title said 30th anniversary of Phantom of the Opera. It was spectacular. Oh, I could have watched it again and again. I was that thrilled by it. And then I'm not sure what he's releasing this week, but then at the Globe Theatre in England, one of my favorite places when I go to London is if I'm in London, I have to go to the Globe Theatre. I'm a big Shakespeare fan. They're releasing one of their plays that was performed there a week. Now, no, I shouldn't say that. I'm not sure what day of the week they release it, but it's on for like 2 days. I'm almost thinking they release it Monday, and it goes Monday and Tuesday, because I received an email yesterday about Romeo and Juliet. I haven't watched it yet, but I want to. So just a couple freebies. You know, if you check online, there's lots of museums and zoos and everything that are giving free tours. A lot of car clubs or travel guides offering free, viewing tours through your computer. So if you're interested in that, that's out there. Sorry, my allergies have kicked in. No, it's not coronavirus, it's allergies. I went outside and gardened a little bit, and I'm still paying for it. Then I went out and took some pictures of the yard, and that's all it takes. Anyways, I think I'm going to wrap it up there today. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're not going stir crazy. I'm going to add something a little different to my ending. I love all of you. Take care. God's blessings and big, big hugs. I love you all. Bye-bye.